As a recovering people pleaser, I couldn't take my eyes away from this story. I'm talking about this remote British island in the Indian Ocean, Diego Garcia, a part of the Chagos archipelago. Mauritius wants it back, and the UK wants to give it back, but the US is pressing them into keeping it. This guy thinks it's pretty stupid, because the US and the UK are running a joint military base there, which is pretty important to the US, strategically of course, especially with the US's war on Iran. I mean, look at this prime real estate. It's only a 5-hour flight to Iran.
So they're about equidistant from the Strait of Hormuz as they are from the Strait of Malacca. It would be pretty easy for them to reach any of these coastal regions that surround the Indian Ocean. And so it's a strategic location because it's a base that can face the Houthis, face Iran, it can also face China.
But why the beef between the US and Britain? The deal that Britain has agreed to with Mauritius about giving back the Chagos Islands, which still needs to pass UK Parliament, includes a 99-year lease for Diego Garcia, meaning the joint military base would still be up and running, which is not enough for Trump. He has a thing for islands. The US argues the crucial base needs to remain in the hands of Britain and fears that China is waiting just around the corner.
I think the concerns are a bit overblown. There is a broader strategic concern about China, but in Mauritius, the relationship to India, as well as the presence of the UK-US military base, are likely to buffer any realistic possibility of China developing a presence.
By the way, China does have a free trade agreement with Mauritius. And India just have built an airstrip right next to Diego Garcia. But forget all that. I would be remiss to not mention one key player in this mess: the Chagosians. The island was their home after being brought over during the French slave trade. Then they took over. The Chagosian history is marked with colonialism, displacement, and mistreatment.
Diego Garcia has become a huge military question, but at the heart of this dispute is the rights of the Chagosian people that continuously gets overlooked. Any future military or strategic decisions should also take into consideration the interests of the Indigenous people and the rights, their human rights, that still haven't been restored.
So now the UK has to choose between not risking their relations with the US and following international law. Classic people pleaser problem.